Hi all, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. So today on 1st April 2019, we are going to discuss the topics Earth Hour, Indian Railway Finance Corporation, Renewable Energy Certificates, then Systematic Investment Plan, that is SIP, and Math Aided Program. We will be dealing with Gaza Strip and previous question revision series. So our first topic, that is Earth Hour. So why we are discussing this? Because across the world we celebrate the Earth Hour on 30th March 2019. And usually this Earth Hour, it is celebrated every year on the last Saturday of March. And about Earth Hour, it's an annual campaign and it draws the attention of the people towards the climate change effects. And it is organized by the WWF, that is World Wide Fund, and it asks people to switch off their lights for 1 hour, and thereby it helped to reduce the effect of global warming and raise the awareness for climate change and wildlife conservation. So, in order to reduce the effect of global warming and to raise the awareness for climate change and wildlife conservation. So, the first Earth Hour, it was started in 2007. It was held on March 31st in Sydney in Australia at 7:30 p.m. of its local time. And in that also it asked every people to switch off their lights of their homes and business places and to take part in this Earth Hour. And each year it has got a particular theme. And the theme of 2019 is Connect to Earth. So the Earth Hour 2019 theme is Connect to Earth. And as I said, it was every year it was conducted on last Saturday of March. Okay. Then our second topic is Indian Railway Finance Corporation. So the Indian Railways, they'll raise a 750 million loan from Asian Development Bank through its finance system, that is the finance system of Indian Railway, that is IRFC, in order to finance a part of its electrification drive. Then about Indian Railway Finance Corporation, that is IRFC, it was set up on 12th December 1986 and it is the financing arm of Indian Railways. And its main purpose is to mobilize the fund from domestic as well as the overseas capital markets. And its primary objective is to meet the predominant portion of extra budgetary resource, that is EBR, in order to meet the requirements of the Indian Railways. For its some of its domestic works, then for electrification such works, it helps the Indian Railway. And it also borrows funds from the financial markets to finance the acquisition or creation of assets which are then later on leased out to the Indian Railways. Okay. Then this IRFC, it is a Schedule A public sector enterprise and it comes under the administrative control of Ministry of Railways of Government of India. And it is registered with the Reserve Bank of India as a systematically important non-deposit taking, non-banking financial company and infrastructure finance company. So it is registered as a systematically important non-deposit taking, non-banking financial company and infrastructure finance company with the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Then about ADB, we know that Asian Development Bank, it was established in 1966 and this, it is a multilateral lending agency based in Manila, Philippines. Okay. It consists of 67 members in which 48 members are from Asia and the Pacific region, and India is also a member of ADB, and rest 19 members are from outside Asia. And another thing is that India is the fourth largest shareholder in ADB. And this ADB is dedicated to reduce poverty in Asia and the Pacific region through inclusive economic growth, then environmentally sustainable growth and regional integration. So, through these three systems, they are dedicated to reduce the poverty in Asia and the Pacific region. And it model very close to the World Bank. That is, it has a similar weighted voting system. So, in this weighted voting system, the votes are distributed in proportion with the members of this capital subscriptions. Okay. And another thing is that it provides finance to both sovereign countries as well as to the private parties. That is, they actually provide hard loans and soft loans, and hard loans are given to middle income countries, whereas soft loans are given to poorer countries. Clear? Then, our third topic is renewable energy certificate. So, why it came in news? Because the sales of this renewable energy certificate, it has declined over 22% to 1.25 crore units, mainly due to this lower inventory or due to lower supply. So, this renewable energy certificate, it is that some utilities, they are unable to fulfill their RPO. So, they can meet their obligation by this or by purchasing this certificate, which is known as renewable energy certificate. So, those utilities which are unable to fulfill their resource purchase obligation, they can meet that by purchasing this type of certificate, that is renewable energy certificate. So, it's of two types, that is solar renewable energy certificate and non-solar renewable energy certificate, and this REC, they represent 1 megawatt hour to the power produced from a renewable energy source, and they are tradable at power exchanges. Then, this REC market was launched in 2010, and it has got a central agency for coordination and implementation of this renewable energy certificate mechanism. It is the NLDC, that is National Load Dispatch Center. So, this National Load Dispatch Center, it is a central agency for coordination and implementation of this renewable energy certificate mechanism. Okay. And in India, these RECs are traded on their Indian Energy Exchange, that is IEX, and the Power Exchange of India Limited, PXIL. And usually this the trading REC is conducted on the last Wednesday of every month. So, every month on last Wednesday, they conduct this trading of this REC. Okay. Then about its mechanism, it is a market-based instrument for promoting the renewable sources of energy and development of market in electricity. And they provide an alternative voluntary route to a generator, so that he can sell his electricity from a renewable source just like a conventional electricity. And he can offer this green attribute, that is REC, which is separately obliged entity to fulfill their RPO. So, I have told that it consists of 4 stages. This that is, first is accreditation, second one registration, third one issuance, and fourth one redemption. And it is a fully automated system, and they consist of this 4 stages. Okay, and this renewable energy projects, they are accredited by the state agencies and granted a 5-year certificate for registration by the central agency. And those entities which are found eligible, they can apply for this REC within 3 months from the month in which this renewable energy was generated. And they can start the trade of this REC in power exchanges. So it is a fully automated system and it consists of 4 stages, and they granted for 5-year certificate for registration by the central agency, and the eligible entity, they can apply for REC within 3 months from the month in which the renewable energy was generated. Okay. Then our next topic, that is systematic investment plan or SIP. This SIP, it is emerging as a systematic way of maximizing returns on investment. So let's see about SIP. This SIP stands for Systematic Investment Plan. So as the name suggests, it's a way to invest in a mutual fund, wherein which a fixed money, say for 1,000 rupees or a fixed sum of money, it is put into your mutual fund scheme at a specified date for every month. So we can say it was somewhat similar to our recurring deposit. In a recurring deposit, the holder, they already have a savings account, and from that every month or the period in which we are enrolling, a particular amount is being cashed to the savings account. So in that similar way, in this SIP, the difference is that it's mutual fund, in which a fixed sum of money is being put into the mutual fund from the savings account. And it allows the investors to invest a very small amount periodically instead of lump sum. That's an advantage. And the frequency of the investment, it is usually weekly, monthly or quarterly. And in the case of this recurrent deposit, this similar. Here a fixed amount, it is being deducted from your savings account every month. Okay. And it is directed towards to the mutual fund in which you choose to invest that one. So a fixed amount is deducted and is invested into a mutual fund. Clear? And another advantage is that it is very investor friendly and it is hassle free. And a demat account is not necessary to start this SIP. Clear? Then next I will explain how we can start an SIP. So we can go through a direct way or we can choose the help of a distributor. That's either by a fund house or through a distributor we can start an SIP. So for direct plans, there will be a website and we have to log into that website and has to start that one. And if we opt for a distributor or if we are choosing a distributor, then this same process, it can be done online on the distributor's portal. And some of these benefits are first, convenience. We can start it with a very low sum of rupees 500, and it is rupee cost averaging. That means as the amount is fixed and regular, they will buy more units when the markets are low, which will reduce the overall cost of investment. Hence we can say this rupee cost averaging. Okay. And the power of compounding, that is the amount is being compounded, that is compound interest ensures a better long term benefit compared to the one time investment. And another advantage is that as compared to the conventional FDs, it gives higher returns to beat inflation in a very good effective manner. So it is 2x higher returns than the RD. Then in MAP aided program, today we will have Gaza Strip. So why it came in news? Because the Israel authorities, they have reopened the 2 crossings with the Gaza Strip after a day of hostilities, in a sign that ceasefire talks may be advancing. Actually, it is a disputed area. We can look it in our coming slides. That is in location. The Gaza Strip, it's a self-governing Palestine territory. and it is located on the eastern coast of Mediterranean Sea. Okay, you can see here. And it borders Egypt on the southwest and Israel on the east and north. And the Gaza and the West Bank, they are claimed by the state of Palestine. Okay, so it borders Egypt on the southwest and Israel on the east and north. Okay, then in PQRS, today we will be dealing a question from economics, that is from 2012 prelims. Considering the following liquid assets. First one, demand deposits with the bank. Second one, time deposits with the bank. Then third one, savings deposit with the bank. And fourth, currency. So the correct sequence of these assets in the decreasing order of liquidity is, and our options, that is A 1432, B 4321, C 2314 and D 4132. So here we have to arrange it in the decreasing order of liquidity. Okay. So what is this liquidity actually? Actually this liquidity is the ease of conversion into cash so that we can purchase some goods. So in the given option, obviously the first one will be currency itself. So we can give the currency and we can purchase that one. So it is having higher liquidity asset. And then in the case of time deposit, you can only withdraw that money in that stipulated time only. And you cannot withdraw money without paying the penalty. So we can say that it is least liquid. So coming back to our option, here the currency, it will be most liquid, or this liquidity asset is high, and in the case of time deposit with the bank, it is having least liquidity asset. So we can select a option with 4 in the first place and 2 in the last place. Okay, so in the options you have got D in 4 in the first place and 2 in the last place. And in the case of savings deposit with the bank and the demand deposit with the bank, we can say that the liquidity asset of demand deposit is much easy. Then our answer will be 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, that's 4 is currency, then 1 is demand deposits with the bank, and 3 it is saving deposit with the bank, and 2 it is time deposit with the bank. So our answer is D, that is 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, that's all for today's session, and thank you for